August 8th, 2022, and I'm just doing an afternoon garden tour. I just want to walk around and see what's dying, what needs to be pulled out, if the fall plants are somewhat okay, so it's a general garden tour. We will also, sorry, the sun is just beaming. There might be a small harvest. I'm pretty sure I have okra ready, as well as maybe some tomatoes. But for the most part, a lot of the spring crops are getting finished. So we're just gonna walk around, see what needs to be cut, see what needs to be pulled out, and just show you how the the early September garden looks. So let's get started. All right, so we have our trellis. Just wanted you guys to see that. Look at those carpenter bees at work pollinating our pole beans, which I planted about a month and a half ago. Look at this. They are doing incredible. So just to back up, this is just what a month's worth of rain will do, because we haven't had that much sun, but even the last of the sunflowers have popped open. Look at this. I actually released the praying mantis in here yesterday. So cute. It has a lot to eat. We actually have pole beans forming as well. So hopefully we get a nice harvest before the frost comes. And then over here, look at that beauty. The last sunflower I had, the squirrels got at it really bad and the robins. So hopefully I can at least keep these long enough to get ahead from them. Some seeds for next year. But it is definitely beautiful. There's so much life in this garden. But look at this. This is the rain barrel. We actually have a little froggy. Look at that. It's sitting there chilling. I thought it was trapped at first, but it can get out apparently. Oh, you say hi. So cute. All right. You going in or out? Huh? You in? No? Okay. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, just a pop of color. And hopefully I don't step on anything. We have our carrots here. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. I need to plant something different for those next year. Burdock seed. We have our persimmon tree still alive. Fig tree still alive. This monster of asparagus right here. I mean, look at these. The stalks on this thing are huge. And then in this jungle, look at this. So much life over here. We do have some white sage here, and I think this might be the best time to cut that down, at least one, and dry it for smudges in the winter. But let's get this okra before it becomes inedible. Look at this one. One is huge. Don't see another one. There's a few more coming. That one has one coming. Here's another one off the burgundy. Let's see if at it. Look at that. Another beauty. Whoa. I don't want to leave any for seed just yet. I don't want the plant to stop producing. Not sure if that's a thing for okra, but I would prefer for this plant to keep producing. So I'll take this one. And we do have our broccoli sprouts in there coming along. Look at the trunk of this plant. This okra is huge. We do have another one here. I should probably just take, no, I'll leave that one for a later date. Look at the broccoli, I mean the okra. They've finally taken off. They're almost taller than I am. Not saying much, I'm like 5'3", but they're huge. They're so much bigger than they were last year around this time. And look at this. Get off. This monster here I'm saving for seed. Look at it. It's huge. And a Thai pepper plant here. And it's kind of getting dwarfed out by the squash. There. Next year I probably won't plant these all around each other. Here is a patty pan here, which I can take because I'm not actually saving these for seed. Look at these little bastards. I'm not even fighting them anymore. It's sad. Probably should reduce the numbers for next year, but I give up. So we'll put that in there. And I kind of think these plants might be spent. I don't see any more on them. There's some carrots in there doing fine. I did plant some carrots over there, but it looks like the comfrey and the mugwort are taking over. We have a couple of Thai peppers that can come off. And then look at this. I forgot I planted a patty pan squash over here. So I guess that'll be ready in a few days. And there's a few tomatoes right here. Although I think this plant is probably spent. I don't see as many as it used to have. Yeah, it's just a few. Look at that broccoli in there. I am gonna probably come out and cut this mugwort back. It's a good time to cut it back before it seeds so I can have some tea for the winter. I have a ton of it, but it's always good to cake it. I do see a few very small brandywine tomatoes. This plant wasn't very prolific. It never actually did very well. Here, let me. Alright, we have 2 tomatoes and then that plant is done. So I will be cutting that plant out on Monday if it doesn't rain. Those in there. And then we have a huge beefsteak tomato on the other side, so I'll get that one. Look at this tomato. It is huge. It's perfect. Let's put that in there. There's a few jalapenos that probably should come off this plant. These didn't do so well, and they were planted around the same time the other ones were. I think it's the sunlight. I don't think that peppers like a whole lot of sunlight, and these did get quite a bit. So next year I know. Now these were the extra pepper plants, but next year I know probably not to put them on this side. They need some shade because the ones on the porch are doing great. Let's see, we have a beautiful Amish paste here. Look at that. No bird, a little splitting, but we don't have any bird pecks. Well, there's an insect peck here. I have to cut that one open and see if it's usable. This one is overly ripe, so I would expect some damage. Look at my arm. Yeah, that's definitely a bird peck there. But it's a beautiful tomato. I just cut the top off. I'll process that today. We have some San Marzanos that can ripen in the house. Ooh, mosquitoes are eating me alive. There's another one here. here. That in the bucket. And then, oh, look at the little ladybug. You're getting some water. There's a small beef steak there. This one doesn't look so great. That's gross. We can toss that one over. There's a few more big ones coming. I'm just wondering if I should let that one ripen in the house. I'll leave it for another day. Whoa, look at this. Yeah, sweet. Look at that monster. That one I'm actually leaving for seeds, so we'll see how big it gets, but look at that. It's beautiful. And then in here we have collard. It's starting to come up. And we have a couple of squash that might not make it. I think this is definitely a winter squash of some sort. And then we have some borage just trying to come up as well. So that right now is the garden. And I'm just going to start ripping a whole lot of stuff out on Monday. So I'll show again what it looks like somewhat empty. Give room for the fall crops. Alright, and then we have some more Thai peppers. Oh, I need to stop doing that. I actually picked these 2 days ago, so I didn't expect to have too many ripened. There's another one here. Look at that plant. It is beautiful in that little hamper right there. Alright, so just to show a little bit of what we have a little bit more than half the basket full, and I just did a harvest I think 2 days ago. So we're getting a lot out of this tiny space. So I hope that you guys, if you haven't started a garden already, that you are planning one, because it is really rewarding. I mean, you have to put a little bit of work into it, but I haven't weeded in weeks and haven't watered in a few days because it's been raining off and on, but we have so much life in the garden. We have frogs and praying mantises and crickets, which aren't the greatest thing, but they're still cute. Different types of birds and bees, and it's just really beautiful to watch. Not to mention, we have good food to eat. We have our medicinal herbs, our elderberries, we have strawberries coming in again. So yeah, it's really rewarding to just be able to put your hands in the soil, plant a few seeds, get a lot of food out of it, and then take the food that you got, take the seeds out of them, save the seeds, and then you have basically everything you would need for next year. So anyway, I digress. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful day, and I'll see you later. Peace.